I wanted to be the first female professional football player, but it didn't happen. I tried out at Morris Brown at my college, got hit so hard by a linebacker, took me out for days. I said, no, this ain't for me. But I could throw a ball and hit it on a penny on the ground.
Wow.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. I wasn't expecting that. Hey, I'm Crystal Joy.
Hi, I'm Connie Denell.
Hi, I'm Carlos Hale.
And we are Nashville. I am from Chattanooga, born and raised in Chattanooga. I was educated in Atlanta, Georgia, Morris Brown College, Georgia State University, and I just moved to Nashville in 1982. I got married. I married a man from Carthage, Tennessee, and he brought me to Nashville. I hated every step of the way coming to Nashville. I wanted to stay in Atlanta, but I didn't. My first job was with Ted Turner in Atlanta. He had a room that was not even as big as the room we're in right now. I paved the way for a lot of people in Chattanooga radio. My mother was the first female disc jockey in the Southeast, and she was on WNOO for years, 30-something years, with her own jazz show. And I moved to Nashville, got on 92Q, and we were a part of WVOL at that time. And I worked for both stations simultaneously while working at Opryland in country music, not in the park, but I booked country music show, only black out there, booking primetime country, Music City Tonight, and Nashville Now. When I first I started the 92Q gospel show on Sundays. Well, they sold VOL. So I was still at 92 doing mornings with Cy Young. It was the Connie Denell Cy Young show. And so Cy left. And I didn't want to be on without Cy Young. So Michael Dickey, which was one of the Dickey brothers who owned 92, they took it over from Mr. Sam Howard. They bought it from Sam Howard, who was the black man that owned 92. And so the Dickeys took it over from there. And they didn't have anything for me to do because I didn't want to stay on the morning show without Cy. We had been on there so long together. And so Michael said, I don't have anything for you to do, but I need you to come and make the move with us. I didn't have anything to do. Michael said, just come to work. So I came to work. I said, I can answer the telephone. So I sat down, moved the little receptionist out of the way, sat down, started answering the phone, and I just loved it. I'm like, I meet people, I'm a people person. Then when I finished doing that, I went to Michael, I sat in his lap, literally, he'll tell you. I sat in his lap, I said, I'm not getting up until you tell me that I can have a gospel show. He said, we've already tried that on 92, it didn't work. I said, but you didn't try it my way. God is in control of this thing, and he told me I could do it, so it can be done. Just let me try. He said, I'm gonna give you 1 week, one Sunday, and he said, if we don't see any revenue, if we don't see any response, then you're off the air. I said, no problem, give me 1 Sunday, and let's see what happens. He gave me 1 Sunday. They just kept saying, we want to move you from this hour to this hour, and I'm like, what is going on? Finally, one of the sales associates told me, he said, they selling the hell out of it. So that's why they want you to keep moving and increasing your hours. They're selling it.
Wow.
And Michael told me if it didn't sell, I would be off. But look at God. Look what God did. I received a call last year, 2017, that they had a kidney waiting on me. I had been on dialysis 8 years. We left Chattanooga. My son broke every speeding record in the world to get me back home. But I didn't get my kid. That was on a Saturday. I didn't go to the hospital. I came to work that Sunday morning and told everybody. I said, you probably won't hear me again on 92 because they have a kidney for me. I'm gonna take it. It's gonna take a year to recover. And I'm just gonna say, God bless you. Thank you, Master, for all you've done. And I'm going home and sit down. And that's what I did. That Sunday was like the 27th of November. 2017, and they took me to surgery at 11:35 that Sunday night and gave me a kidney.
I came and played maybe a month before she stepped down. It was homecoming 2017, when I got the call from Kenny Smooth about coming in and being a part of the transition of Connie Denell to Joy in the Morning. Many people in the city knew me from working at WNSG and 880 and 760 AM. It's like I'm a human encyclopedia when it comes to gospel music. And for Kenny, and I told him about that. He was like, it makes sense why I called you, And he told me that Crystal was coming on. I was like, oh yeah, I know Crystal. I seen her in some plays and whatnot. And I know she was a member of Born Again Church. So that was already a common ground. We knew of each other. And I've seen her acting, and I knew how funny she was off the mic.
I started in college in my second year, and actually it was kind of crazy because it was a route to take to get to Hollywood. Don't ask me why. But I thought maybe if I could get on a station in LA or something like that, then maybe something would happen. But so I worked in radio in Alabama at a station there, WQQK, for about 7-8 years. So there were certain things that I did not get the label of, but I got the job of the work of it. So, and then when I came to Nashville, I worked for a station that no longer exists, because I don't think any stations are like this anymore. WZEZ, easy listening, they call it elevator music. My number one thing is to minister to the people, to make sure that every listener knows that the Lord God Almighty loves them. Regardless of what has happened in their life, what's going on in their life, what they've done that was out of order, the Lord loves you. And I want them to know that in that love there is joy. But I wanted to make sure that one thing was my concern, is that I please God. The rest of it, I didn't care. It was like, this too shall pass, no biggie. This is the time that God has called me to be a host.
It's been a great year as far as using the connection that God has blessed me with to bring it to the radio station, to use it to build the brand Joy in the Morning, and show people that it's not about us taking Connie's spot, but taking what Connie had, the foundation that she already laid, and just like, okay, let's go up a notch, because like you said, it's some big shoes to follow, but now it's like, okay, let's not just follow, but let's ride that path.
Because God guiding this ship. And as long as God continues to guide the ship, it's going to be fine. You're not going to falter. You're not going to fail. And God guides the ship. But you got to make sure you understand who's in charge. God's in charge. You're not in charge. This ain't your program. This is God's program. And as long as you acknowledge that, it's going to be fine.
Amen.